and welcome to the Inside Scoop. I'm CNET's Tsuboi, joined by senior writer Shara Tibken, and we are here outside of the Moscone Center in San Francisco to talk about Apple's Worldwide Developers Conference starting next week, June 2nd through 6th.
Yes.
Annual conference.
Yes.
What are we expecting this year?
A lot of software. You know, we're not really expecting a lot of hardware out of this event, if any, but software is going to be the story for the whole show.
And we're talking iOS and OS updates, right?
Yes, for sure. And actually, this time around, people are thinking there's going to be more done with OS 10 than with iOS.
Right, because last year we saw iOS 7 announced, and that was pretty new and revolutionary.
A complete redesign, you know, under Johnny Ive. Versus the old team. So this time around, he's getting his hands on the Mac operating system. So, you know, it's supposed to get a different kind of look, but also still be distinct from iOS is what people are thinking. Okay, so that's pretty much a definite, sure thing announcement. Yes, yeah.
Okay, what are some of the maybes that you're expecting?
Yeah, one of the things we've heard about is home automation. Which could be really interesting. This is an area, you know, that Google's getting into with Nest, Samsung has started to focus on. You know, kind of everybody is looking at this as kind of the next frontier, like the home. So Apple doing something there could be pretty interesting. It's not exactly clear how this would work, but it'd probably be something that you could control with your iPhone or iPad, and, you know, possibly using Apple TV in there as well.
Interesting. And what about health and fitness? Obviously, everyone wants to get into that space. Is it Apple's turn this time around?
I don't think we're going to see an iWatch here. You know, that's something that everybody's kind of waiting for, but I think that that's probably more likely in time for the holidays. But, you know, I think we're going to see like a sort of health book type of program that collects all of your fitness data in one location, kind of like the Apple Passbook.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. And what about automated payments? I know Apple hasn't really jumped into that on their own yet.
Yeah.
Is this the time?
Mobile payments, you know, there's rumors that the next iPhone will include NFC, which could be a really big deal.
Yeah.
You know, Samsung is the one who's really pushed this sort of thing, you know, but they also haven't really done much with mobile payments. Mobile payments is something that's kind of been promised for a really long time, but hasn't really happened. You know, Apple is someone who could, you know, help move this forward, but you know, whether this happens right now or later this year is kind of the question.
And speaking of later this year, this is typically not the conference to release any big, you know, iPhone, iPad updates.
Yeah.
You expect that to be the same?
Yeah,
next
exactly.
week.
Yeah, I mean, I would say with almost certainty that there will not be an iPhone. You know, like there's some talk about possible smaller capacity iPhones being announced, but I also don't think that that's probably going to happen either. You know, Apple's going to save that kind of stuff for later this year.
Okay, and what about tablets, Air, the MacBook? No new news on that front?
No,
either?
I don't think so. You know, they just updated the Air with some new processors, you know, I think in April. So seeing something there isn't very likely at this point. You know, people are waiting for an Air with a Retina display.
Right.
So when that happens, you know, that's kind of the next big push for the Air. You know, as far as Macs, the next big Intel processor is late this year, you know, at best for holiday. So, you know, if they're updating the machines right now, it's not going to be as much of a change. You know, Intel could possibly do some like special tweaks to its current chip line for Apple, but you know, I think that a really big update for any of the PCs would be later this year or early next year.
So it really sounds like 2014 WWDC sort of follows in the footsteps of previous years.
Yeah, for
Lots
sure.
Of software.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's going to look a lot like last year, minus the Mac Pro announcement. You know, they released their brand new, really high-end PC there, and I don't think that we're going to see anything quite like that. But basically, the rest of WWDC 2013 is a lot what we're going to see this year.
But you never know. Apple always has a surprise.
You never know.
Everyone can follow along with Shara's live blog Monday morning about 9:30 on CNET.com. Thank you so much, Shara, for your time.
No problem.
I'm Tsuboi, and you've been watching The Inside Scoop.